Hey guys, sorry for the late vlog. Finally getting it up. So here we go. So first things first. It is official that I'm calling these vlogs the Fibro stories. Fibros is what you call a guy within the CF community, and a sister with a CY is what you call the girls in the CF community. So sisters and fibros. So these are now the Fibro stories. Now, that's number one. Number two, this whole vlog is about my hospital appointment that I had on Wednesday. And let's go through the hospital appointment step by step. So, two things really came out of the hospital appointment. One really good thing and one meh. Start with the meh. The meh is my weight went down a little bit. Now, someone with CF, they really need to weight up and a healthy weight. If you lose weight, it is hard to fight off what is ever going on within the system, and it's hard to get in the weight back because we burn so much calories. So losing weight is not a good thing with someone with CF, but it only dropped a little bit. They're not worried. I'm not worried. I eat a lot, and I love to eat. I know I'll get that back up. The second thing, the really good thing. Now, when you go to a CF appointment, they do something called the PFT, which means pulmonary function test. Basically what it does is it checks your lung function. Now people with CF, the lung function ranges from different numbers basically on how well you're doing. My average is low 50s to mid 50s. But that could be really good for someone or really bad. That's my average. So it's not too bad. It's not great. Someone's average may be in the 60s or 70s, but someone may be really high, so when they even hit the 70s or 80s or even 90s, that could be starting to be a warning sign that something's going wrong if it starts dropping that much. So mine, being my last appointment, which was in November, is 53%. That dropped a little bit from the last time I was there. I think from 54, 56, and it dropped, I think it was like 56, and it dropped to 53. So going into this appointment, I really wanted to get it up. I knew I could get it up. So I worked hard. I tried my best. Going into the appointment, I felt good. I knew it was going to go up a little bit. I had no idea how high it was going to go up. Now, a PFT is, how they do it, is you take in a big breath of air, you hold it, and then you push it out as fast and as hard as you can. That's how they test what your lung function is. And the main number to look at is called the FEV1. It went up from 53 to 60%. And that is huge for me. I haven't been in the 60s for God knows how long. We're talking 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe even longer. Being in the 60s is such an accomplishment for me. Makes me so happy, makes me feel good. It just really gets to me. Like, it means I'm doing good. And the older I get, if I keep progressing, that's even better, because usually it's the opposite. The older you get, the worse you get. But I got up to 60. Now, you guys might be thinking, that I really don't know it, that's only 7%. I bet you don't know how hard 7% is. How hard it is to get up to 5%. How hard it is to get up to 3%. How devastating it is at times to see this go down a little bit. When I was at 56, I felt pretty good. That's even my high average. Then it dropped to 53. And that got me a bit worried. 56 was looking good. That was one of my highs in a long time. Then I went back down to 53, and obviously I started worrying a bit. But I felt good going into my last appointment. So I knew it was going to go up a little bit. Again, I had no idea I was going to go up that high. And people with CF, this test, and it's a lot, it basically tells you the main point of how you're doing. And I knew it was going to be a little bit higher. No idea did I have it was going to go up that high, and it feels so good. So I had a really good appointment, and even the doctors came into the room and said, "Michael, what are you doing different?" If anything, I've been doing less. At work is basically the one thing I work into my schedule for activities, for being active, for exercise. I haven't worked for almost a month because of my arm. I got time off because the doctor said I needed to rest it up. So off work for almost a month, I've been doing less. So what is it? I don't really know. I have one theory that basically because I'm not working so much, I'm more relaxed. I'm resting more, so I'm not as exhausted. So when I'm not as exhausted, it's basically resting up my lungs. I think that's a huge reason. Is basically I'm not exhausted, so I'm able to breathe better. Now I don't know if that makes sense, but it's the only theory I could think of because I haven't really done much more than what I normally do. Now, my next appointment is in 3 months, so it's in April. I got it up 7% in 2 months' time. Now I'm not expecting that again at all. But for April, I'm hoping to get it up to 65%. If I hit more than 65, that is amazing. I don't know how I did that. I want to get up to 65%. If I could do that, I'll be so happy, so grateful. One thing I really have to work on though is my exercise. I do exercise as much as I can, but I do slack on it. That's the one thing I really have to pick up on. That's the one thing I feel is holding me back from reaching my full potential. I want to see how high I can push myself, how far I can push myself. Because if I get that high, it's going to be one of the happiest days I've had in a while. 60 was good enough. Should have seen my face when I saw it at 60. I'm like, what? No, but it is what it is. I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. I really wanted to tell you how my health is going and how my hospital appointment went. Please remember to share the video and give it a thumbs up. If you have a question, leave a comment and I'll make sure to answer it for you. I'm an open guy. I'll answer basically anything. This is Fibro Stories, guys. I'll be back next time, and until then, breathe easy.